Hey everybody, this is Mickey D, and we're doing Season 2, Episode 1 of Worlds Adrift. There's been a few updates since the last time I played this, so I know new content have been added, and they revamped some stuff. It is still like early access, so things are subject to change as the game goes on. And this is our first game since they last did a wipe, so we will pick it up. Okay, so we're going to do the PvE server, since I'm usually more PvE anyway. And I'm going to turn that sound down a little bit on my end. Okay. How do I choose? It just gives me a continue. Oh, maybe it's just telling me and I get to pick the server. Like I said, they've made some changes. And we'll go ahead and I shouldn't have any monitor one. Yeah, full sync, VSync, why not? Ultra, high. Oh, I guess it's not letting me change it because I'm already on Ultra. Motion blur, no. Oh, what? You won't let me? Custom, thank you. Hi. Now, we'll have to see. Supposedly they've made some improvements. Yeah, I want to turn that off, and I probably want to turn off screen shake. I'm actually going to turn shadows down because they usually kill. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Fine. And play. So we're going to do a little bit of customization on our character. Okay, so we're going to delete that character. Since, for one, I know they wiped okay, there we go. So we want PvE. Yep. Do we really care? Oh, we can be full of scars. We can have big ears. It doesn't really matter. They're all basically about the same. And why everything is in shades of pale, I don't know. Sure, why not? If we go really pale. Ooh, that's white. Sure, let's go there. Why not? Hair. I do like kind of like that one. Stylish. Yeah, sure, why not? Brown, red-ish, yeah. Gray. Gray? Gray, why not gray? Marking, we have none. Clothes. Now, I do have a... It's probably not really going to matter. I do have like a backer pack or whatever they're called, founder's pack or whatever they're calling it in this. Blue and brown, why not? Actually, I do kind of like that. I don't know why I need boots that high. And we'll just reverse it, why not? Okay, save character. Confirm. Alright, so we're going to be on PvE. Now you can get more outfits and stuff in the game, and as a founder, I do have a few custom stuff. Oh, that's new.
Eons ago, Foundation was a place of wonder. The people who called it home had rich, advanced societies. They discovered a mineral with potent flotation properties, calling it Atlas. Soon they learned how to harness Atlas, and the skies were filled with masterfully crafted skyships, magnificent ports, opulent homes, and grand palaces. Their empires spanned all of Foundation. Then, when their glory was at its peak, the world shattered. The reasons for this calamity have long been lost. Only ruins of Foundation's once great civilizations remain, strewn across the endless horizon. We are the descendants of these people. Our great cultures have faded and been forgotten. Over time, scattered crews have emerged, using now ancient technologies to build skyships, to explore the fragments of the old world. Though the skies are filled with dangers and there are many who thrive on the chaos, it falls to us to create a new civilization amongst the clouds, to build a new foundation and a new era of prosperity.
Okay, so that was new since the last time I played it. They didn't used to have the little intro video thing going on, which that was kind of neat. Which, if you hadn't played the game before and hadn't read about it, you wouldn't really know what the premise is. Okay. Oh, and they've given us a little bit of a tutorial. Oh, that's right. They've added some yes. So, oh, that's new. Interesting. Yeah, there's different civilizations in it, and they all have like different kind of structures and I guess aesthetics to the, yeah, and then there's, you know, ouch, damage. And I don't know if they've changed. Yeah. So these are the knowledge fragments. And I don't know if they've still... Should be a separate scanner tool. Oh, you don't actually start off with the scanner tool now. Okay. It used to be 1, 2, 3, 4 would switch between the different versions of your basically tool. And some of the debris can be gathered from, and some of the debris, so obviously these don't usually glow. It's highlighting it because it's part of the mission. And then we'll gather some metals. Okay, open close inventory, great. We'll go ahead and make a scanner tool. Now, everything has a quality, so metal quality 3. The higher the quality is, obviously, kind of the better. And I imagine that should add the scanning tool onto our... And if you break the rocks completely before you gather all the parts, or all the stuff, it does kind of get lost. Or it can basically start rolling away. So you kind of don't want to do that. And then see, they'll crumble. And as you go through, different areas have So here's bronze. You can get copper, lead, iron, nickel, tin. And as you go through different areas, you have different higher qualities of the metal. I wanted to grab that, but we didn't get it. Different qualities and different metals show up at different areas. Character. Oh, so then we can put the scanner. Oh, okay. And now we can, so yeah, go to 4 and you get knowledge. Especially for stuff that you haven't scanned before. Once you scanned it, you don't get knowledge anymore. And which they added a while back. It used to be you just got knowledge for, yeah, see, I've already scanned that, so I don't get knowledge from it. And then, oh, those are actually different parts. So it's going to give me... Oh, and supposedly they did redo the climb. The climb was really buggy before. Yeah, now these are basically ancient databases. So you scan these and you get quite a bit of knowledge. The higher the tier of the area you're in, basically by the biome, the more knowledge you get. So, see, I've already, like, scanned those, most of them. I already scanned it. Yeah, why are you telling me to scan it? Oh, okay. I'm going to gain 25 knowledge, or 75 knowledge. Which most islands have at least, 3 obelisks on them, or as they call them, databanks. I have seen as many as 5. Now, one of the cool things about the game is pretty much every single island in the game has been crafted by players. And you can actually download, there's a Worlds Adrift island creator that you can download on Steam, and that is free. And then if you own the game, it'll add it as well. And there are like loot chests that show up as well. And those will have either like blueprints on them, which unlocks. So basically you can use technology to unlock blueprints, or to a certain extent. So if you go up here, schematics, these are ones you've, well, obviously we started off with this, and then as you can see, 035, 010, 015, ship frames, and those you can modify and save. And like ship parts, it'll usually break it up. And this is the tech tree. Oh, and they've changed it a little bit because now there's these little secondary ones off of there. Gauntlet revival chamber technology. Yeah. So that probably maybe finishes up the... Oh, increased schematic slots. Schematic slots. Oh, yeah. And that's in here. So you can basically purchase those so you can hold more. It will break it up later on after we unlock it for the ship parts and stuff. So there's basically different categories. So engines, wings, that sort of stuff, panels, cosmetic, whatever, and you can go through there. And then a logbook has basically our codex, which is lore we found. And then you can have some gear. You can have your clothes. There's a light that you can have on your head. So it kind of makes it like a miner helmet. Torch, or a lantern, and then you can actually get like a wing. I'm going to name it wrong. You can basically get a pack. What am I going to say? Oh, it's basically like a glider pack, which they've heavily nerfed and changed quite a bit because people were using it to grief like crazy. And you can do that little double thing that will make you fly up, basically. And you can harvest trees and whatnot, too. But right now, I guess we got to complete this, is go around and we've got to find... there should be some more data banks. And, yeah, there is caves as well. They've really increased the size of some of the islands. And you can see there's another little, looks like island over there. Sometimes the islands will have multiple parts. And you can go drop down below on the islands. And we're going to gather whatever resources we can find while we're at this. Now, all the materials have, like, there's a weight limit on your ship. So as you, and there's different upgrades to let it carry more. Obviously different, some of the metals, like titanium's like, you know, really light and strong. Durability, some of them have different durabilities. So here we're getting iron. What else? I'm not sure if they got the thermals in or not. There was going to be thermal mechanics, so, you know, your engines can overheat. And we will have to collect some, like, wood as well. And there's different types of wood, and they have, you know, different durabilities and different... plant fibers. Fascinating. Okay, I'm not sure what you do with the plant fibers. Maybe you used to have those in there. It's probably for anything kind of like maybe cloth-based. Some of the creatures in the game, I forget what they're called. There's well, there's the mantas, which are basically kind of like giant flying manta rays. They don't like the noise of the engines, and they will, you know, basically noise your engines. If they're around, they'll basically make them mad, and then they will come and attack your ship. And then there's another flying creature, which basically looks like a giant fly, for lack of a better word. I forget what they're called. They will, and that's another revival chamber. Yeah, which, see, you can't go inside of it. They will attack you. They don't like you cutting down the trees, basically. So they will come and attack you. If they're in the area, if they see you cutting down trees, or if you do it with, it's usually not like the first time you cut down a tree. In some of the areas, they're more easily aggroed, depending on the biome. So you see, there's another one over there, which is probably all the same. I don't know if we can actually get over there right now, because I don't think our grapple's gonna... Actually, we might be able to grapple from that to that. No, we're not on the... How much are we... Okay, so we finally hit 75. Oh, okay. So now what they've done... Okay, so what they did was, as this is a little tutorial area, basically. It sounds like... I don't know if that's going to work. That did. Yeah, we definitely want to get any of the knowledge we can. Especially off the actual data. Ooh. Is that the way we came over? I guess so. Oh, that's going to hurt. Yeah, that's the problem with on some of these. Now, I'm assuming there's another data chamber over around here somewhere. And it doesn't look like... I haven't seen any chests. And you can actually scan like all these plants and whatnot as well. Now, the only thing is I don't know if where it's sending us... Oh, now it's going to have us craft a torch. Really? You gotta... Oh, okay. Makeshift cloth. Oh, yep. See, that's what the plant fibers are for now. Well, that was nice and bugged, because our plant fiber... Oh, okay, there they are. Yes, yeah, it is... So quality 4, quality 2. One of the annoying things about the game is, I did select torch, thank you, is you can, so this is quality 2, this is quality 4 elm. Obviously quality 4 elm is a little bit better. It does remind me a little bit of Astroneers. Oh, that's interesting. Now it puts it over there. Okay. Yeah, and then you can, like, equip a torch. And obviously there. You can put your... You used to be able to. I don't know if you still can or not. Yeah, you can put it out. I'm trying to see if there's any more knowledge on the island. Before we head anywhere else. We might as well gather whatever materials. Now, you can combine the different qualities, and it will average out the quality. So, if you know, combined a 4 and a 2, you could drop it as low as a 2, depending on the ratio, or it would drop it to like a 3 if you had a lot more 4 than 2. And right now, we're just trying to... now, these resources do also spawn underneath. Wow. Okay. We went flying. The islands as well. So, you can, you know, if you have trouble finding resources or whatnot, you can swing around underneath. Now, so if we wanted to, we try to go chasing after that, but we don't have to. Especially since we're basically, the starter areas, the resources are really crappy. Basically, the quality's low. Most of them are really heavy. You won't get like titanium and gold and stuff usually until later on. Though you can get small amounts like here and there. In like the loot stuff, basically. Alright, I think we're gonna head through the revival chamber, which these are the standard ones, so this must be a little bit different because that's what's bringing you in, which is kind of neat because it used to be you just started off, there was no tutorial. And eating the berries is what refills your health. So, yeah. Alright, so we have to activate the revival chamber network. Okay. Oh, this is kind of neat because this is all like new. Okay, and now I'm assuming it's connecting us to the regular server. Why am I? Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen any of these, so I guess we could. Yep, and then you see, so let's just drop down from here. So those are the mantas over there. That's another revival chamber, obviously. Now, these are the two, basically, crafting stations. So you have these, which there's some part that somebody's left down there. Oh, yeah, we haven't learned. We've got to learn shipbuilding. Which, where is it? I kind of wish you could hide this. Because I can't actually see how much knowledge we have. Yeah, I don't know. I have it in my wish list, and I get, you know, I hear about it every now and then. But I don't know. It's actually one of those games I've had on my list for a while. That is kind of interesting. So, yeah. So until you actually learn shipbuilding, you can't actually interact with it. But this is what you use to build a ship, and then this is what you use. This is basically your crafting station to build parts for ships. So you can modify and stuff, and it gives you like a protective force field around it, which you can actually swing off of as well. So this is an engine that somebody built and then left here. They probably put a better one on. And you can actually scan. Yeah, so see, this is a box pile cranker E1 tier 1 engine. It tells you what the casing's made out of, and then you get, oh, you know what? Let me move the chat because it's hiding that stat box. Oops. What? Why did you? Chat box? Yes, thank you. Why is it suddenly hidden? Hang on, let me do some stream. Ah, there we go. I had to put it down at the bottom. Okay, so that should work better. Yeah, so if I scan this, there you go, now you can see it. So you see the blue and the green down in the corner, which it's not going to let me, okay, yeah, I guess I kind of can, because you guys can't see the Steam overlay. So the blue is the base stats. Green is increased stats based on material used. So the better the material, then the better the stats will be. But you start off with, like, tier 1 starts off with, you know, the stats are lower. Tier 2 would have higher. It used to be kind of all over the place, and quite a while back they updated it so you basically get a stat point range for, like, tier 1. So it might be like something to like 50 points, and then, you know, up to, you know, 80 points or something is tier 2, and then up to 100 points is tier 3. So it used to be kind of like you would get with something that was like, I don't know, they were really unbalanced. So sometimes you'd get something that would be tier 2 and you'd be like, oh, well, I don't want to use that because this tier 1 is kind of like really better. And I think they kind of put like a minimum level, like, stat point for tier 2, so you don't really have that as much anymore. they've done a lot of that because these are procedurally generated. So the stats are kind of like procedurally generated and the visuals on it. And basically they've gone through and like you can have tier 1 will have like, this type of casing or this type of propeller, and it'll go through and do different stuff. Different portions. So like combustion, you want something that is like durable and heat resistant. Casing is basically you just want durability. Mechanical internals is you want basically like durability, but heat doesn't really matter. Like you can have a lightweight material for this. You want like iron for right now for like the combustibles, iron for the mechanicals, and then like your propeller and stuff and your casing, you could do out of something that's doesn't have to be iron, be nickel or something like that. Okay. Now, and some objects need metal, some parts need wood. It all depends on how it procedurally generated it. So some stuff it'll be like, you can only put metal in here, or you can only put, and of course this is a starter island, so there's going to be, ship stations and stuff all around. And we're looking for data because we need data to unlock the shipbuilding so we can progress. We will gather materials, though, as we go around. Now, I forget what they call them, but they're basically lightning storms that hit the islands. They come in from underneath periodically. And the last I knew, they made them a little bit more like the starter islands are... they're a little bit, I think, more frequent. And what they do is they have two purposes. The first one is that they damage these. So this has like, these kind of like scorching. And basically there is like damage stages in the game. So the more something gets damaged, the more it's going to look like it's damaged. Can I scan this? Yeah, shipyard. It doesn't tell me the durability on it. I think it only does it if you own it. The other purpose of the storms, and once they get so damaged, they will basically disappear. Because before they added that, like the starter islands would be just like flooded with these, or the other devices. Now the good thing is if somebody, you can only have one shipyard in the game. So if you go to another island and you build, like, you want to upgrade your ship and you want to build another shipyard, you can. What it'll do is it'll release the ownership of the one here. So if it's not owned, then somebody else, like I could come over and take ownership of it and then repair it or whatnot and use it to build my ship. So they're not like completely useless. Oh, and here's a crate. I'm pretty sure that's a crate. Heavy duty robust container. That might be one that somebody had on their ship. I don't know. They might have changed it because I can't loot that. There is, like I said, there is chests and whatnot that spawn in. Usually after you open them, they disappear. Oh, and there's a knowledge bank. And looks like there's some debris. So the debris we can gather. So let's see. There's swivel gun, buckshot, brittle old rake, and there's all kinds of stuff that show up like this. And all you do is basically it's salvage. So you salvage it, and if it'll match up with something, it'll, you know, automatically merge. If it's not, then it will, you know, show up as a separate item. And that's not, so somebody's either already scanned that or looted it. Oh yeah, I've already done those, and I've done those. Oh, so here's a chest. Oh, yeah, it's not letting me loot those. Maybe it's, oh, maybe they don't make them disappear now, because see how it looks like it's opened? So maybe they only let one person open them. It used to be you could open it, either if you didn't take the stuff out of it, it wouldn't disappear. If you took the stuff out of it, all the stuff out of it, it would disappear. Yep, we're going to scan that data bank. And then, yeah, see, that one's opened. So they used to just open and then they would disappear. Oh, there we go. We unlocked shipbuilding. Very nice. So shipbuilding, okay. Oh, yeah, see, they've changed a lot of stuff. And it's, yeah, so we got shipyard, assembly station. That's the crafting station. The sail, personal reviver, which lets you respawn on your ship if you die. And I don't really see any other reason to stay down in here. And we might not have to craft. We could probably just take over a shipyard. We don't really need to waste the resources to craft one if there's already ones around. Now, it would be nice to find one with a crafting station here, which is like where we spawned in. There was one right there. And I'm almost feeling like turning down the grass, because I do not remember the grass being this tall or this, you know, blocking of everything. And we'll run around real quick. And there's something up in there. What is that? A little piece of the island, it looks like. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Unless that's an Atlas lifter. That could be an... No, I don't think it is. They have what's called Atlas lifters in the game. Yeah, it's just a little piece of... Probably when somebody was crafting or making the island. Yeah, you have what's called Atlas lifters, and they let you... You can put them on parts, and then... they will let you drag the parts around, basically. So if you want to salvage parts, because technically outside of like your area on a shipyard, they now see if you see here's small decks. Your helm is obviously how you control it. Your reviver is your personal reviver, which is lets you respawn on your ship. Your Atlas core is what lifts the ship, and then you have, yeah, anti-gravity core lists 1,000 kilograms, and then you get upgrades that you add onto that that lets it lift more. Obviously, sail to start off. You can just do wind. You can do. Yeah, basic sail to start. Now, I believe that is that's one of my founder items. Is you get a basically like an engine to start, because normally you wouldn't have an engine to start. And as you can see, the casing is all metal. Decorations, yeah, lightning bug lamp, figurehead. Oh, if I go to stash, there, those show up every time you create a character. Oh, is the knowledge gains not... Huh. I didn't think the knowledge gains was showing up that high. Yeah, hang on a second. I can actually put it in the upper right. I don't think there's really anything... I mean, I can probably just put it all the way up there. I'm going to leave it down a little bit, though, because I can't remember if there's anything that shows up there or not. I don't think there is. We'll try that, though. Yeah, I might see if I can turn that down a little bit in the... Yeah, because knowledge gains usually show up, like, over here. The very bottom, and it does seem to be cutting them off a little bit, but I don't think that's the chat. I think it's just it's because it's doing it in the game. Yeah, so the stash, which is weird. Why is the cursor not? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the stash is the stuff you get for basically backing. Oh, the hollow, that's kind of new. So yeah, like Yeah, if you pull like these off. Oh, you can actually rotate your character around. How did I become a chick? I'm pretty sure I checked to be a guy. Okay, I guess I'm a chick. Yeah, and basically these never get destroyed. So, you can always, like, load them up. They must have added some, like, Christmas flair, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm obviously a chick. Okay. Wow, I'm not going to restart the game because I'm a chick. Not that I care. Honestly, most of the time when I usually play, be a chick, yeah. You've been seeing the knowledge, like, right here? Yeah, usually it shows up over here. I'll have to watch it and see. It might be doing some weird things again. We were having that with Hellion, too. Now, the cool thing about these is sometimes it's worth it, and we're probably not going to find it here, but sometimes it is worth it to see. Like here, we don't have this, like, this is a bar pipe, which you can mount, like, gauges on and stuff. But usually I run around when I come to an island, and you can check all these, because sometimes, like, see, here's a fin. We don't have this. So we could it's weird. It's not showing us the parts quality, which it used to show. Oh, it might be because we don't have. Yeah, there it is. So, you know, you could, like, see what is, you know, sometimes you'll find, like, a really good engine or something. Oh, and that sounds like, yeah, there's the bugs that get mad if you cut down the trees. Now you can scavenge any of these parts. So, like, we can sit here and, yeah, at least have, oh, I see what you're saying. It's shooting up to the top of the, oops, let me grab the chat. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's moving up. I didn't realize it was going up that high on the screen. Oh, it's on the resource gathering. Yeah, so you can gather. So, you know, sometimes when you find parts, if you need stuff. Now, the only thing you really have to watch is, like, if you make something, like, say you make an engine and the housing is, like, maple. If you run out of maple and you have, like, birch, you can't repair it with the birch. You have to repair it with the maple. So you have to repair it with whatever it was made with, basically. And, oh, there's another knowledge. And I'm surprised we have not found any. Yeah, that's the hatch flap again. Let's go grab the other knowledge. Oh, we can scan this too, because we haven't run across one of these before. And it looks like there's another chest up there. Oh, looks like that chest has not been opened, hopefully. No, I guess that one's been opened too. Jeez, we can't open any chests. That does not look like that's been opened. Oops, wrong scanner. Yep, there we go. So the good thing about the knowledge is you can... So we got cannons, wings, and this will be like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Obviously they've added something off of these cipher slots. Huh. That's something new, so I'm not sure what that is. The schematic slots, so increase slots by 1. It's 100 uses. It takes 50 knowledge, so basically it just gives you more spots to store schematics. Your engines, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Swivel guns, tier 1, tier 2, 3, same thing. Everything's got 4 tiers. So cannons, wings, engines, swivel guns. And then I'm assuming these are the, yeah, so it's showing them down over here. But these are your Atlas Core generator or upgrades. And they've changed that because they used to only spawn in specific biomes. But now you have to unlock it by knowledge. So basically it used to be like really hit or miss. And I think you can maybe still find... I believe at one point you could either unlock it with more knowledge or you could still find the blueprint. Or the schematic, I should say. But some people would have a lot of trouble finding them because they spawn in randomly in the chests. So what they did was they made them so you could unlock them with knowledge. So you'll basically get it no matter what at some point. And we're going to destroy that and destroy that. Yes. Now, anything you have on your belt is you do not lose if you die. Anything in your inventory you will lose if you die. So usually... Oh, that's cool. They've added pigments, so you must be able to colorize stuff now, which they used to not do. Yeah, your makeshift storage, shipbuilding, assembly station, shipyard. And then once we have the shipyard, it should show us. This is only the stuff that you can make outside of the shipyard. Once you're actually on the shipyard, it will show you more stuff. And I don't know why it won't let me... That chest does not look like it's been opened. Oh, at least I was able to scan it. Huh. Okay. Anyway. Might not let us... I don't know why it wouldn't let us open one until later on, but... now these... Oh, this one's already been harvested. If you kill them, you can actually get meat off of them. And then you can make recipes that, you know, like stew or steak that you can use to heal. Okay, where is the shipyard that was next to the crafting station? Here it is. Oh, yeah, so see, this has a barrel. And then, yeah, small panel. The deck is for the deck of the ship. Small panel is... you know, for the hull, helms, sky cores, sails. Okay, we already went through all that. And hopefully what it'll let me do is just claim this shipyard and then... Okay, so I've taken ownership of this abandoned shipyard. Okay, now it's telling me, you know, build a ship frame. There's different ones. So this is basically what it looks like. And if you come out, you can actually see that's the ship. And you see it's a little small basic ship. I don't usually go with that small. You can save these as well. And you can customize them. That's different. Yeah, that one used to not be in there. We don't want to go too big because, for one, we don't really have much. Yeah, it would be nice if they... So let's... so we can edit ship frame. And then if we do this, it goes into this little kind of crafting thing, which you can see there we are. And you can come in here and you can say, I want to extend this out, or, you know, whatever you want to do. I usually like to go back a little bit. Now, wherever these are colored in on the top, so you see they're filled in kind of, that is where deck panels are going to be or should fill in. So if you see there's not one here, so there will not be a deck panel there. And then, you know, you can add up if you want. And once you do your design, you can, and it does have these, so you can come in and kind of tweak and change and... get, you know, whatever you want to, you know, kind of do to it. I'm trying to figure out why we're not getting... Now, you do need a little bit of space to be able to add the Atlas core. You know, usually... So basically, you want to protect your Atlas core. If you don't protect your Atlas core, then... which obviously we're in PvE right now, so it doesn't really matter as much. But if you don't protect your Atlas core, then if that gets destroyed, your ship is basically going to plummet out of the atmosphere. And unless, if you're not over an island, which chances are you're not going to be, and why is that not letting me? Oh, there it is. They've kind of changed this a little bit. And I kind of like to get the... Oh, you know why? Because it's not flat. If it's not flat, you won't get a deck panel on it. And I'm hoping they've made improvements to the kind of like the snapping, because you'll see when we start actually like building what I'm talking about. But it would do kind of, let's say, funky... I don't want to say funky things, but they used to not conform that well. And basically that's as far as we can pull that one out. I do like to leave a little bit of a kind of something like that. And we don't really need to do a ton to this. Oh! I might do something like that. Now, what I usually like to do is, now they'll do a max size on the panel. So I like to have a little panel on this side. And then that way you can put a staircase down. We don't have a staircase down or anything right now. So it's going to be basically a pain in the butt to get into the ship. We could do something like, oh, that's kind of neat. And to make this easier, I'm going to do something like that. I don't want to go too big, and I may have actually gone too big, because obviously we need resources to do all this. But I usually do like to put something like this in the center. And then you can get, oop, not that one. You know, you can kind of get like a cockpit. Where we're now PvE, it's probably not as much of a priority. Since we're not going to, you know, we're obviously, I mean, we'll still have creatures we have to fight against, but... Okay, let's do that. Done. I'm going to save ship frame. And then now if we go out, we'll see it has the new frame. And you can see there is a, like there should be a little separate deck section there. Now the problem is see now we need 500 and something wood for the deck. We need, and then metal for the beams. Now the beams used to be indestructible. So basically the frame of the ship would not be destroyed. I don't know if that's still the case or not. And obviously, like, if we make the lead, like I'll show you here. So if we use lead, then the frame is 207 kilograms. If we use bronze, the frame is 155. You know, if we do metal, it's 144. Really, I guess iron is cheaper than, and there's somebody else there. So we have to watch because we may get killed. Actually, I don't think they can shoot you inside your ship dome. They kind of added some protections for that. Now the decks usually try to make out of wood so they're lightweight. especially to start, until you get like aluminum or titanium or something. But we don't have near enough wood to do that, because what we'd have to do is we'd have to combine these two. So now see, drop down to quality of 3. But weight is definitely an issue in the beginning. So if we did iron, so now that we're 308, and I'm assuming that's going to be, yeah. So I mean, we could just make everything out of iron, but now we don't have any iron to use anything else for. Now we could, so we combine these, quality of 5 for the birch. You know, we could just say, okay, we need to go grab more birch, which is, there's birch right there. It used to be people used to like come over and like just steal your ship right away. Obviously we are in PvE now, so it's not, you know, as bad. But they added some protections for that to kind of keep that from happening. And I have to remember those bugs are around, so we gotta, though they're kind of, in the starter area, they don't get as mad as easy, or as aggroed as easy. And you have to be careful because the trees can fall on you, and they will kill you if they fall on you. And we're just going to go through and grab some birch real quick. I'm going to make a birch frame. Or birch decks. And how much do we have? So 3, 1. Yeah, see, that's horrible. So we can combine it. It'll be 2. And what it'll do is it'll average out on the ship. But, you know, for right now, we're not really going to be that picky because it's a starter ship and we're not really going to keep it that long. One of the things they did do a few updates ago was you could actually reclaim your ship, because you used to not. You could pull the parts of them off, and you still obviously can. But like I said, the frames were indestructible, which they may still be. They were talking about changing the frames system down the road, and I don't know if they've got to that point or not. Oh, it's down there. How much do we have now? So we've got 4, so 390, and I'm actually going to toss that because it's a quality of 1. I mean, I don't want to be overly picky, but quality of 1's the lowest you can get. Oh! And, I mean, we're not going to get a spectacular ship, especially since we don't really have that many options right now to build stuff. I'd kind of like to know why I can't open any of the chests, especially since some of those seem like, uh-oh. Oh, I guess it was just the wood rolling. It's counted as me being hurt by that. I thought I was being attacked by a bird there, or a bug. What is that? Is that an engine? What? Oh, it's a fuel. Okay. Yeah, so that's the fuel, which we haven't actually really seen any besides that one. So yeah, it's basically like there's these fuel generators around, and they'll refill when the island gets hit by the lightning. That's the because they count as a resource, obviously. Oh, yep. See, there's a ship. There's a couple of sails on it. I can't remember if there's a spy. I think there's a spyglass. And at some point, I should actually make a gun, just because we will probably end up upsetting a bug at some point. Yeah, I don't know. It's not letting me select any of those. I'm assuming that one's been opened, but I could swear that one up there has not been opened up. And if we're here long enough, obviously, we'll get hit by a lightning storm. And okay, so we have enough birch now. I usually try to stick with one type of wood, but different woods grow on different islands, so that's, you know, you don't always get a choice. And different biomes are more likely to have a type. So birch quality 3, sure, why not? And then, yeah, it's giving us an overall quality of 3, overall quality, so craft. And then it's going to tell us in a minute and 7 seconds. It's going to, now, and this is what I was saying where we have the dome. So we can actually connect to this dome. And inside the dome is, and it basically does a, you know, we call it a dome, but it's really, it's a circle based around. Okay, build a personal reviver. I kind of want to build one of those, because, let me see. Yeah, okay, so we do get the storage from the start. Yeah, personal reviver is definitely one of those things that you kind of want, and you want the casing to be strong on them. Yeah, reasonably hard and heat resistant, giving its modest weight. Complex mechanisms. That one, which strangely enough, iron's the weight least, the lead will be weight, and it does change the color on what it looks like. So as you can see, our resilience, I don't think we'll get, maybe if we do iron, yeah, see, it's just based on the outside of it. The inside doesn't really matter on that. And then it'll craft, and you have to watch because things will fall on you when you craft them. And we might run into an issue because that crafting station, I don't think we have a shipbuilder. Oh, okay, it gave it to us when we unlock the ship tech. So yeah, you get salvage, which is, you know, obviously your grapple, your salvage, which as we started off with, the scan tool we did, the build tool, and the repair tool. So the repair tool lets us like repair stuff. So if it needs to be repaired or not, I don't know why that's oh, we pulled it off. And you can just change your tool to, I'm going to cancel it out. The build tool is once we do this. Oh, no, that's the repair tool. Okay, yes, the build tool, we want to pick up a reviver. And we want to put it on the ship. And we could just kind of throw it in underneath. Now, the revivers it's not just build them. You actually have to assign them to yourself, basically. Oh, and that must be showing the health on it. So that's pretty cool. You should not have that. Now, this is what I'm saying on these. We can pull them off. So that gives us a way to get down here without like having to fall through. Usually I like to have those a little bit bigger on the bigger ships, and then you can have a stairway coming up and down to get in and out. Okay. Oh, and then see if you can salvage the frame, especially if you don't have anything on it. But that'll give you the stats, so you can see how much it weighs. So we need to build a sky core. And we're going to not do it out of lead. We're going to do it out of iron. Okay. And then it'll take 13 seconds. It'll craft one. I don't know if they fix it or not, but every now and then you would craft something, or you'd take it, put it off of your ship, and it would fall through the ground. It would just like kind of clip through the ground. Hopefully they have fixed that. Now it doesn't really matter which direction you face these. You just kind of want them to be protected. Though the upgrades for them go on in certain spots, like they kind of come off to the sides. So usually you kind of, unless your ship is really wide, you know, you kind of run it a certain way. What do we do? Helm. Yeah, we need the helm. Can't really get away from not having that. And we will make... We still have a lot of birch. We're going to need to make more. Yeah, we're going to make more cloth. Which is in our makeshift cloth. Yep. And honestly, well, we don't have any fuel. So we're going to put a sail on it for now anyway. And one of the neat things is there is wind currents in the game. So you can't always just fly in a straight line. I don't really want to be using lead for everything, but actually we're not going to use lead for that. Or iron for that. And we can get more birch. They look nicer if you make them out of the metal, but like I said, we're going to be changing everything eventually anyway. Yeah, and if it falls like outside of your bubble, it's not good. Though it doesn't really move it until if you, that's why a lot of times you'll see I try to pick it up before, if you can snap onto it while it's building. Oh. So that's the lightning, which will refill stuff. So we can go around to any of the chests, and there should be, they're still the same. We should have some chests that spawn in kind of randomly usually. And like, see if we wanted to, we could take that engine. And basically anything inside your bubble is counted as yours. And you can actually get bubbles to overlap, so or at least you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can or not. Yeah, see, I don't know what's really going on with that. I really wish they didn't have the whole inventory thing, kind of, or the tutorial thing which I imagine we're probably pretty much done with it. It's pretty much just going to have us build our starter ship and then be like, okay, you know how to do everything now. Oh, there's... I'm going to go over there. Oh, yeah. I always forget. When you do the boost thing like that, it makes it, it releases your grapple. They've obviously done a lot with the, see that one refilled. So, consolidated blade. Oh, did we actually get an engine? And then 3 Atlas shards. Oh, so that's the actual schematic. Okay, so they've changed them. They used to look like a little scroll thing. So that's a wing. Yeah, so improves turning if attached vertically, improves pitching if attached horizontally. And then we can learn it. So now that will show... And yeah, they don't make these disappear. They used to disappear. And yeah, it's always a race like when, you know, especially in the starter area, when everything respawns to go and grab the chests and whatnot, which there wasn't one down here. And I don't know if these might just be decorative now. And usually they're kind of placed randomly. They don't, well, at least they used to not, like the chest would not always spawn in the same exact spot. And then, but these ones, oh. So that's the manta eggs. I don't know if they still do anything or not. No scanning data. No scan data. Interesting. Now, these used to give you fuel, and then they made it so they didn't. And I think they actually don't have, unless they've changed it. Last I knew, there was no use on those. Let's see if we can get some fuel. Nope, tree trunk. And as far as I know, we've only found fuel in the one spot. Oh, so see, that can be scavenged if we wanted to. Oh, it looks like he started making a ship and then stopped. And it's outside of oh, there it goes. I was gonna say. Yeah, without actually having Atlas cores or anything, though, it wouldn't be really useful. Or, the lifters. And I'm not really seeing... I mean, we got the one chest there. There must not be very many chests on this. Ooh. Yeah, and this is where I say, you know, not being used to the grapple for a while really can screw you up. That's like the only fuel. There might be some fuel underneath. I don't know if it's the same or not, but fuel used to be very difficult to collect because it would basically fall. Ooh. Okay. And looks like there's... Thankfully, you can always tell where your grapple's going to reach. Because you get the little kind of bullseye target. So if you get the bullseye, then you know it's going to reach there. Now, I don't remember if these still fall or not. Yep. So that's the thing that sucks about collecting fuel. And why it's pretty much impossible to collect it if it's underneath. Now we've got 8, which is probably not really going to help us too much. Sometimes you'll find caves and stuff down here under the islands. Some people get really creative, just in general, but you know, on the designing the islands, which is one of the neat things about the game. But some people get really creative on like hiding stuff, like knowledge and whatnot. Oh, we do got a little bit more fuel down here. Yeah, and sometimes you can get lucky and hit it a couple of times. So, it's kind of neat because you get to play Spider-Man, basically. Only got one. And you basically get like 3 shots on the fuel anyway. So, oh, see, we actually got all 3. So 25 is the max you can get. And I'm not gonna worry about collecting metal right now. I just wanted to collect a little bit of fuel because we could... a little bit of fuel so that we could put some engines on and not have to start off with just the sail. Really? I swear sometimes you would think that, it would collect it, and it just doesn't. And we might as well just go ahead and, since we're right here and it's a relatively easy spot to collect from. Oh, it's iron. Very nice too. Not a lot, but... Oh, yeah, now there's randomly a piece that just falls out. Awesome. And what is that? Oh, that's the edge of the... Okay. I thought it was sticking out of the side of the... the side of the island there. Alright. So we have 141 birch. Well, we'll get as far as we can. Get the ship done. Okay. Which we did get the one schematic, which is nice. So now if we go under wings, see, there we go. And it's a tier, I think green is tier 2. And that will actually help quite a bit. But let's get the parts that we need on first. Oh, we need to make a... what do we need? 10? Oh, I should... Oh, that's weird. Plant fiber quality 5. The quality 5. Oh, that's weird. It doesn't show you what the... Unless they always have the same quality. I think that's all we needed. Oh, no. We need, yeah, one more. So really, that's the basics you need for the ship, is the Atlas core, the helm, and a sail. But obviously, you add wings and... Oh, see, the ship's in the way. And that's why somebody probably parked it from the other side. They always grab from the front of the ship. I'm not going to try moving it because we have no sails. We can't actually use engines yet because we have no fuel tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up. We might as well just salvage the materials from it. Unless it's not going to let me salvage the materials from it. Which it doesn't seem like it. Maybe you can't do that anymore. You used to be able to salvage the materials. Yeah, because it's not telling me I'm salvaging. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make another crafting station over here. Or, I always call it crafting station, but basically assembly station. And we're going to make it out of lead because we don't really care. And we just want to... We will use the lowest quality lead we have, though. This is not a back game to play. Is that supposed to be bad? Not a bad game to play? Did that finish? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it places it in your inventory. And we're going to put it right there. Okay, so. Yeah, it's not. Okay, we're going to do the basic sail. I don't know if they added different sails. They had talked about adding different sails at one point. Why aren't you crafting? Oh, there it is. Okay, I just had to... I was thinking. And like I said, it is server based. Now, the only thing with having the sail on the front is it does kind of block your view. We're actually gonna put it... What? Really? It fell out of the shipyard. That's the bad thing about... Usually you kind of want a flat spot. Annoying. Alright, where did it fall? It's probably... Oh yeah, see, it's down there. And now it's not going to let me grab it. Because it's outside of the... yeah, see, it's outside of the shipyard. So the only thing you can do is salvage it. And I don't know if you... Yeah, you don't get all the components back either. Okay. That's annoying. Oh! And I almost fell off the hill. Our sail. That means we have to make it again. And I know we don't have enough birch to make it again. Uh-oh. I pissed the bug off. They will calm down. Yes, he's not red anymore, he's blue. Yeah, their eyes turn red. The mantis turn a different color as well. Okay, we gotta craft more. Fine, we'll combine those. Looks like, yeah, I think it was actually closer to 50%. Because we... Oh, no, it was half. Whoops. Yeah, we got 50% because we got 50 wood back, and it was 100 wood, and we got 5 cloth, and I think it was... I don't know. I think the cloth we didn't get half. We got less than half back. Oh no, it was 10. So and we got 5. Yeah, so we got 50% back. No, no, oh. Okay. I was like, I so thought it was going to go flying off in some weird spot. Obviously, it's not letting me place it because it's clipping into the ground. There, let's just get that down there for now. Okay, there we go. And we're going to just salvage that. Oh, actually, yeah, we don't want to salvage it while it's on the ship. Now, granted, each part of the ship takes like damage separately. So, you know, if we damage that, we don't really care. But in general, you want to pull it off the ship before you try to salvage it. And that way it won't claim, it won't... Oh, they made that a lot faster. Yeah, and I don't think it'll let us damage that because it's inside the bubble. Anything else we want? I could add the engines on, but we can't. So you have to have a fuel tank. We don't have the fuel tank yet. We do want to add small panels in. And I guess iron's the lightest material we have, so... And as you'll see, they kind of bend and conform to the ship. And depending on what... Yeah, that's fine. Depending on what metal it's made out of is what color it'll be. And we want some... Now, we're on PvE, basically, so we shouldn't have to worry about... Oh, I keep doing that and not hitting there. So we shouldn't have to worry, you know, about, you know, other people attacking us. At least until we go into the Badlands. So we just want to watch out for like mantas and stuff, because they will, especially once we have engines, they will want to attack us if they hear them. The bugs don't really attack the ships, they just attack people. So really I want to add just a little bit on this side right now, just so we can jump down from up here without which right now doesn't matter because we don't have a fuel tank, so it's not like we have to refuel, but this will let us jump down here, so that way if we respawn, you know, we can get back up without having to basically kind of like fall off the ship or swing ourselves around. And as we get schematics and stuff, we can, you know, obviously get more stuff. Because if you look, when we actually unlock engines, we'll get fuel tanks. So we'll get power generator, and then that has a fuel tank, and you need that to run. Basically, you have to have the fuel tank, and the fuel tank generator is basically the same thing. And then that gives you basically power to run the engines. And it acts as your fuel tank. They call it a power generator, but it's not really. Alright, so now we can actually just take off. Which we're not going to go anywhere because the sail's not up. Okay, so that's our forward and reverse, which is obviously only useful. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Oh, we're not really getting... Oh, Q. Oh, they changed that. Yeah. We did do... Which is nice, because you know, you used to not be able to do that. Yeah, that's your raise. So raise altitude. Oh, I keep doing that. Yeah, so that's your climb is shift, lower. So you see the little glowing blue dot over here. So that tells you what you're basically doing. And then obviously left, right, and you can actually turn, you know, like this, and kind of keep it that way. So it'll just kind of keep turning. But it's kind of neat. It's like a game stick, basically. And then if we had, this would be throttle up, throttle down. So this would be like forward, stop, and reverse if we had engines, but we don't have engines, so they don't do anything. And then our little post right there is telling us our wind direction. So, you know, if we want to be kind of more... Oh, that's... What? Oh, okay, so I've left the starter island. Interesting. Now entering wilderness PvE. Okay, fine. That's new. They may have changed that. Okay, so there's a wind wall. That's what I was saying about the walls. So you get wind wall. That looks like that's a storm wall. So there's a wind wall going down that side of them. That's the edge of a map, or basically zone. And then you can go over, and there's another zone. And they're all puzzled together, basically. So that's the bottom. Oh, they've added like a lot more clouds than there used to be. And then obviously you can see there's other islands. And I think we're just going to head over to this one. If we can. Hopefully we can get a little bit better wind. And we're going to try to climb. And you can pitch up and down on the ship too. Now, once you get some wings and you get some decent, usually like, you can do it with one engine, but usually like having 2 wings, 2 engines, that's usually enough to get through a wind wall. Because they won't really take any damage, they just kind of blow you around, so you just basically need some wings for control, and you need some engines, obviously, to keep it going. And then the storm walls, that's when, you know, you need some durability on your ship. And I swear, we could see the island better before. This one's kind of scattered apart. Okay, probably don't really need to climb up anymore. Oh yeah, I always forget the I don't know why it keeps telling me Q is climb, because that would be like the climb for, and you can walk around your ship, obviously, and do stuff and repair stuff if you need, if it gets damaged. Now, what we want to look for is a shipyard, because we don't have. Your shipyard is basically, a shipyard's basically going to anchor your ship, and you can kind of see there's one up over there, or there's a ship over to the side on a shipyard. And it looks like, is that a manta, or yeah, there's some mantas. And there is kind of a max height you can reach. And we're getting really, really close to hitting stuff. Though, as long as our core doesn't get damaged, we're alright. There's some fuel up here, though. But, again, we don't have a fuel tank, so it doesn't really help us much. the main thing is we want to stop by different islands and get the knowledge, so we can unlock better stuff. And you can kind of park your, you know, we could make a shipyard and then kind of make the, so your ship, if you pull the sail down and the ship's not moving, it's not really going to go anywhere. It's just, it's not protected if it's not. Definitely don't want to get... Looks like there might be another shipyard right there. Now, the ships are without any wings and without any engines. It's not really as maneuverable as what it would be, obviously. And I don't know if we can fly inside of another bubble. And I don't think that is actually a shipyard. I think that is just debris. Yeah, I'm not really... And we're not really turning that fast. So, there's already somebody there, so they probably already gathered stuff. So we're just going to head up to this one. Hopefully we can find... an island. Or find a shipyard to dock at. And very nice. We've got a very good wind. Oops. And see if we can get this to climb. Now there was a, yeah, as I was starting to say, there is a, kind of a, like, I don't think we're climbing anymore on the space, so we kind of have to, like, pivot or pitch to climb. As far as I remember, your Atlas core, depending on the upgrade, was basically how much you could climb. Using just the Atlas core. Oh, there's actually an island down there. That might be... I don't know. This one might be a little hard to reach. We're gonna... I think we're doing all right. It's just... the sail is so slow. And you can actually get, like, wind speed indicators. Fuel gauges, compasses, altimeters. Altimeter doesn't really serve much of a purpose, though, honestly. I think we're heading kind of into the wind now. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't really look like we're climbing anymore. Oh, and then see, it's loading the island. Oh, they've improved that. They used to get a really big, like, lag spike, and then, which would cause a lot of issues because it would sometimes, like, rip you off of your ship. Looks like there's one right to the side here, and there's one at the very, very top. We might try to hit that one at the very, very top. Yeah, because the other one looks like it's covered in the other guy's bubble. And then they would have overlapping bubbles. Now, when you get pretty close to a shipyard, it will actually pull you in to dock you. So they kind of... once you get into a certain range, oops, they do kind of pull you in to get you to dock. So like right now, it's like pulling us now that we've gotten this close. So it'll pull us in. That's what he said. Where it always grabs like the front of the ship. And I don't know why we're kind of orientating around. That might be because we turned the sail off. Oh, it's because, yeah. Yeah, it kind of locks that in. Oh, come on. We should be close enough to... It's so much easier when you have engines. Yeah. And especially when you have a nice light ship. Oh, you know what? What? How do I not have the... I have shipbuilding. It's telling me I can't interact with it because I don't have shipbuilding. That's a bug. Strange. Yeah, I don't see why it's telling me we don't have shipbuilding though. That is assigned. Yeah. I just don't see why that's not. Well, let's try dropping down a little bit lower. I don't think it's gonna... Oh, no. Oh. Question is why is it telling me I don't have shipbuilding? Yeah, we have those. I might have to relog. There's something weird going on because it's telling me, yeah, see, we have 34 knowledge. We have shipbuilding. You have discovered shipbuilding. And maybe it could be that it's still claimed. But no, because they've left. If there's no ship in it and we pulled up to it, we should be able to claim it. So I don't see why it's, you know, it shouldn't be telling me that it's not claimed. Let's go check another one just in case. I have a feeling there's some weird issue going on with, yeah, probably from when we moved over from the starter thing. Yeah, those are so much easier to collect when you're not... does it still look like... Yeah, it still looks like little jerry cans. Alright. Let's, let's, try to go up here. Oh. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's, no, that doesn't make sense, because I should still be able to drag it on. And it still should be trying to pull it in. I could try making my own. But it shouldn't be telling me I can't interact with it. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and... Oh, whoops. Pull the ship up for now. So it'll despawn with me. Oh, and basically personal revivers is what sets ownership of the ship. So that's how it knows that it's yours, and that you can interact with it, basically. So if somebody else who does not have a personal reviver on the ship tries to come on and use it, they basically have to try to, like, hack it, and it's basically going to have to run through and, like, kind of when you use the sail, it's going to do, like, kind of like the counter like that. And I believe it takes longer, though. So that, because people used to just jump in ships and then just, like, run off with it. And if it's docked to the shipyard, unless they have access to the actual shipyard, which you can give them a code, there's a 4-digit, like, PIN number, basically, that, you know, if you were playing with somebody, you could tell them what it is. Then it basically locks them out, if they're, you know, the shipyard is docked. Obviously, you don't want to leave a shipyard docked, though, and go offline, since the shipyard will get damaged through the storms, and your ship will not despawn with you, basically. So now that we're like that, we can log out. And then see your ship logs out oh, they changed that, so your ship logs out 3 minutes after you now. I don't really like that. Because that means that somebody, you know, if the ship's sitting here for 3 minutes, that way usually you take your ship up, log out, because that way at least they have to fly over with another ship. I'm not too worried about it right now, though, because we don't have anything. Yeah, I don't really like that, though, that your ship stays in for 3 minutes. I mean, odds are it's not really going to matter. But yeah, it just seems like it's a way for somebody else to, you know... Well, it's a PvE server anyway, so we should be fine. And that does not look like me. Oh, it doesn't. It's not showing the founder stuff, that's why. I just want to see if it's going to fix it to let me interact with the knowledge, or, you know, show me as having the shipbuilding. It could just be that it's... I don't know. I should be able to claim the shipyard, though. I was going to say, it could be that it's not... I'm going to say really hitting up the correct, you know, like, error message. I did wish they have... Well, they do have... You can do windows. They're not very big, though. And there is kind of a... what do I want to say? There is kind of a... You have to do a balance between... protecting yourself and, like, visibility. So, you know, you can put windows around, but then it makes it really a lot harder to fly. And come on. And we are coming down right. pretty much on it. I don't know, maybe where it's PvE now, because we're outside of the starter islands, basically, since we've made I don't know. You know, we basically do the one, and then it sends us to the other island, and then... Well, no, I have a feeling pretty much whenever we're going to go through, it's going to give us PvE. Unless we go into the Badlands, and then it'll let us know that it's PvP. Because I was assuming that once we leave the surrounding area on this island, it's going to tell us where, you know, the zone we're in, which is wilderness. And that it's PvE. Oh, now it's telling me shipyard is too damaged to be operational. So now we can, let's see, they made it with lead. Nope, there we go. Now it started working. See, it grabbed the ship. So, that was a weird glitch, I guess, from leaving the area. Yep, now we've taken ownership. Now we have it, and it gives us the protective wall. And see, somebody's got a barrel there. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll run around on these head and see hatch flap board, which has a weird glitch. I don't know if it still works or not. You used to be able to go around. Well, yeah, because I was seeing the other ones before. But yeah, now we're docked, and we can upgrade the ship if we want. But really... I guess it doesn't hurt to gather some more materials, but really what we're looking for is a torch. And usually I don't really worry too much about collecting the lead, because it does weigh a lot, and I don't really want it. And I don't know if it still works like it used to. There's, we got some bronze. It's kind of heavy, but we do want the Atlas shards because we need those for upgrades, the Atlas upgrades, and we do need them for yeah, it does still kind of work. You can kind of use the repair tool as a torch. Obviously, it doesn't really cover that big of an area, but if you're trying to get out of somewhere in a pinch, it is kind of handy. You just... unfortunately, you're kind of limited on, you know, some of the stuff you can do. But you do get the torch, so... And it doesn't look like there's any... I'm not really seeing anything in here. It looks like it's just a big tunnel, unfortunately. I mean, no knowledge fragments, that sort of thing, I guess I should say. Oh, that's the way we came in. So, maybe there is something. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm assuming there is... Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe it's just a big... Maybe it's not a... Oh, there's some fuel. I was going to say, maybe it's not a tunnel. Maybe it's just a cavern. Ow. Yeah, it doesn't really look like there's... Alright. And knowledge. Oh. Nope, shipyard. This is a big island, too. Some of the islands get really big. A lot of them used to be quite a bit smaller. And then they kind of revamped them to be, you know, to let them be bigger. Lead. I don't really want lead. Kind of want knowledge and not lead. And pretty much anything but lead. Oh yeah, I should heal. Oh, iron. Very nice. No, chase after it. Okay, we got another one. Yeah, let's not chase it off the island. Yay! Iron. I do like the iron to start. I'm surprised we haven't found any tin. Tin's good for the decks and whatnot because it's light. And where did they put the knowledge? Yeah, this would be a horrible island to start on, and not all the islands you can start on because not all of them have respawns on them. Obviously, this one does, but every now and then you do start an island that has very little trees on it, and that's kind of a pain. And I have been on ones before where they... Oh, aluminum. Wow, that's surprising. Wow, metal quality 1. Ugh. Wow, there's a lot of metal on this island. Yeah, I don't want lead. I do want the Atlas shard, though. Lead. I mean, lead's good for bullets. But that is for shits. Yeah, and as you can see, obviously not every single one do you get like an Atlas core on. Hey, there we go. Okay. What do we got? So much lead. Alright, let's keep that. They'll stock to quite high too, about 1,000. Yeah, see, we're only getting iron 4, iron 1. I have a feeling that most of the stuff we're getting is 1. And I have a feeling since we're not finding much on here, I have a feeling that maybe in those like ruins, it looks like right over there. I think that's ruins. Looks like it. is maybe the knowledge is over there. Because the rest of this just kind of seems like, you know, big plain. With, look, there's some Atlas shards over there. And I don't... See, this is like where you don't want to park your ship. Huh. Yeah, see, that's kind of like asking for it to get stolen. Oh, they might be, no. I don't know if it still does. The Atlas core, the color, used to show you how close you are to your weight capacity. So, like, if it turned red, then it would usually be too heavy to lift. And if you're too heavy to lift, you can't, you know, obviously fly the ship. Wow, there is a lot of metal on here. I am going to grab these cores. Or these shards. Yeah, because you need those for the lifters and for the upgrades. Though we're probably not going to have an upgrade anytime soon. Oh, speaking of that, have we scanned these? Nope, we haven't. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of neat. They used to have the eggs, which had the white and the purple. Those used to be the fuel, and then they kind of changed it to be like these, which look a bit cooler, but you know, I guess it's supposed to be like tapping into something on the ground. Yeah, we're gonna run over those ruins and see if the knowledge is over there. And then I'll probably run back to the ship. Where are we, actually, yeah, I guess we can heal up too. Why is it... There we go. I'm gonna say it's not letting me... Ooh, okay. Oh, is that another sail or is that a gun on there? I guess it's a gun. Yeah, sometimes you'll get like knowledge will be down in something like that. I found it hanging off of ceilings, you know, underneath. Sometimes you can clip the stuff, the decorations together, like clip them through each other. Wow, they got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I don't know if you get a bonus boost or not. It used to be that if you had any more than 2 sails, it didn't make a difference on your speed. And I don't know if that's changed or not. So my wondering is if the knowledge is... Oh, yeah, see. I kind of figured since this one wasn't all decked out. Oh. And we got a stool. That's new. Well, at least new since... So campfires use them to cook. That's how you cook your food. Oh, actually, I didn't... Interesting. Ooh, quality 7. That's very nice. So we can do some repairs with that. Oh, yeah, we need the knowledge. Oh, that's interesting. They actually made them open now. Yeah, they used to not do that. Oh, you can see, yeah, they made like a fence out of it. That's pretty cool. Okay, hopefully we should have... I think... Yeah, those are the same. Oh, I think there's another one. Oh, no, tree stump. Is that one on top? What's up there? Might not be. And no, we didn't get the breeze though. Yeah, even like yeah, that's the thing is like later on you don't know like what you've scanned, what you haven't scanned. Okay, shipyard. Some more knowledge over here. Oh. We don't really need the cannon shell. I'm just gonna pretty much collect everything at this point and then salvage. Yes, we got iron quality is 6. And steel quality is 7. And we don't actually need the campfires. Yeah, chestnut. And the thing is when you collect, like, it's nice that it's high quality, but if you don't get a tree that's, you know, around here, you know, or on this island or something, then you'll end up with 5 million berries. Oops. Yeah, aluminum. It's interesting that they've done the different colors. Yeah, durable, resistant to heat, and can handle moderate stress. Extremely light and resistant to stress. Yeah, so aluminum's good for, like, you know, obviously casings and stuff. Yeah, a bit heavy. I'm surprised that bronze is heavier than iron, though. 2, 1, yeah. Oh. Oh, is that a, yeah, timed explosive. Yeah, you can get explosives. People used to grief with them. I don't care about the rep. So we got a... I don't know if that's a cannon or if that's a... there's 2 different guns, basically. So we're at 91 knowledge. We need 175 for the engines, which will give us the power generator as well. Yeah, there you got the swivel gun and the cannons. So cannons are basically your longer range single shot. Swivels are short range. They're kind of like basically like shotguns on your ship. So those are for like close range. And we've got the 1 wing, which we didn't actually make before, but it probably actually wouldn't hurt to, yeah, 175. Yeah, it's 100 for wings, but we're going to want engines first. What? Huh. I wonder if those actually have a use now. Because it doesn't give you... It's a split or a destroy. A useful crafting component. Oh, that's new. Yeah. So maybe you actually need glass for the windows now. Yeah, like I said, it's, What? Oh, there's bags too. Oh, they've changed it. Okay, yeah, because you used to, so when you drop stuff, like, here, if I drop this oak, oh no. Never mind. There used to be a way to drop. I'm not remembering how. Yeah, it's just deleting it. It used to drop into a bag. And like when you die. So. Or if you drop something on the ground. I don't know why we're not finding more, there should be another knowledge around here somewhere. Obviously, there's not too many people running around here because I'm finding, knowledge, or, you know, schematics and chests. This is a big island, too. I kind of wish they didn't go quite so heavy on all of the, Terry lamp. Yeah, but sometimes you'll find, I found really good engines in, like, the starter area, and was like, oh, I definitely gotta pull, like, my ship over there and build those engines. Like, I think I once found, in the starter area, I found, like, tier 4 engines. It was insane. And the drawback is, you can only repair them. You can't obviously make them again, because you don't have the actual schematic. Oh, that's weird. Oh, they must not have had it. Oh, personal reviver. Eh. Now, usually there should be at least one more knowledge. Oh, there's a lot of fuel and metal on here, though. Just not much wood. Yeah, see, like, I wouldn't be surprised if I found, like, a knowledge thing down right there or something. There's, like, some weird delay when I try to... Can I do it from here? No. Oh, I guess they've just changed it, that it doesn't quite appear right away. I was trying to click to use the food, and I'm like, it's not doing anything. And then I realized you have to click and hold long enough, like for a couple of seconds before it'll even show that you're eating the food. Or starting to eat it. Oh, there's some more something. Maybe we'll find the last knowledge over there. Oh, it looks like it's supposed to be like the remnants of a bridge. Yeah, people do get kind of creative on these. Oh, that's bullets for the guns. Like the pistols. We've got a bit of fuel. Engined Island. Oh, the engines? Yeah, I've got to get... I'm at 190. I'm at 91, and I need 175. So I can't purchase it yet. Unless we find a shipyard that has a fuel tank on it. See, like that one's got a helm. Yeah, small panel. Unless we find a shipyard that's got a fuel tank on it that I can craft off of that. Even if I could make an engine, I wouldn't be able to... Well, I can make an engine. Oh, look, see. Somebody buried the knowledge in there. I've seen that too before, where they've had it come just flat with the ground, and it looks like just a disc. I hate when people do that. I mean, if you want to put it in something, that's fine. But you don't need to hide it completely like that, because, you know... That's just being a pain in the butt. And that might be the last one, two... Well, that's only two, isn't it? I can't remember if we hit 2 or 3 on this. I have a feeling that's only 2, though. Oh, it doesn't, you don't have to do any specific order. Everything just kind of, you know, you can hit as many or as little islands as you want, really. Yeah, I've only done 2 so far. Sometimes it's nice to go to the small ones because sometimes it's a little bit easier to find stuff. See, like... Yeah. But obviously there's not near as many resources. But again, we're pretty much at the very beginning. So, did my... What the... Okay, that was weird. It's like my mouse lost control for a second, and I couldn't change my view. All right. Yeah, I think we only found 2 on here. And then, yeah, we came from... I wouldn't be surprised if there is one, like, way up there. For the knowledge, it looks like there was a little something right there, too. This is a pretty big island, though. Obviously, we don't want to go over that way. There's the storm wall. And we didn't come from that one, I don't believe. Oops, not that. Yeah, we were over in that one. Oh, I think that's a corner. That way, and then that way. Maybe. Not 100% positive. They do have a whole map. That's a small island. Holy. I really want engines. It's so much easier to get around when you got engines. Kind of flying into the wind right now. Oops. Yeah, I keep hitting the throttle because I'm so used to having engines. And we're pretty much, well, that's the top of the map. So we could, we could dive down. And of course there's a layer of clouds at the bottom too, so you kind of know when you're, oh wait a minute. Yeah, I would think so. But sometimes you go running around and it's not even really worth trying to find the last one. Why am I... Oops. Why does it feel like I should be diving? Why does it... Why is my ship climbing? That should be pulling back. That should definitely be diving. And I swear we're going uphill for some reason. We are. Why are we going up? Oh, there's an island right there. Yeah. Some of these maps are, the areas are pretty decent size. You can get quite a few islands on one area. I have a feeling that's because of the sail being in the back and the ship being so small that maybe it's pushing on it. I don't know. We weren't having that issue when we were coming this way. Yeah. I'm trying to get the ship to drop. I don't see why the nose is sticking up so high, though. Oh, I keep wanting to zoom out. I should know you can't do that. Oh, now it's now it's dropping, thankfully. Should. Come on, drop. We definitely need to add some wings on. Wings would definitely help. But should be pitching better than that. Yeah, I do. I was just a lot of times I do two. I don't usually go more than that. Actually, I want to go this way. But I wanted to get off the first island and try to get some more knowledge. I don't usually use the wings for very long, or the sails for very long, since you usually can't get engines pretty quick off at the start. Just get the ship to drop. Yeah, definitely need some wings. Oop. I keep hitting E. And is that the one it came from? Doesn't seem big enough. Yeah, there's that little one. Okay, yeah, we want to kind of... Nothing's going to help. We have no wings, so it's not really... It's just kind of bobbling there. We'll probably do a little bit more. And just drop. Yeah. Yeah, and we do got a set of wings that I found earlier that we can add. I'd just like to know why the ship is not really dropping. PvE. Yeah, it's acting weird. I mean, we had an issue earlier too where it was telling me I didn't have... Yeah, it's not... Come on. The Atlas Core should at least be able to drop the ship. Come on. Yeah, we definitely gotta add some wings. We're in the nice fog bank, so hopefully it's actually close by. If we are actually dropping. Oop. Oh. Maybe we did. Yes. only took long enough. Holy cow. Yep, thanks for watching the stream, David. I will probably be streaming some more later on today. Tomorrow is the way I count it, because I haven't been to bed yet. I probably actually do have to end this stream here now. It's 4:30 in the morning my time. But I was hoping to get a little bit more knowledge. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Let's not get sucked into the storm wall, by the way. Yeah, I should actually check. I mean, I don't know. I usually kind of just go from here to there sort of thing, and wherever I end up, I end up. But oh, and there's a shipyard right there. Oh, and a knowledge fragment right there, too. Yeah, we'll probably dock at that one. Oh, there's actually 2 knowledge fragments right there. Or, I call it knowledge fragments, but, you know. Hopefully. Ah, really? I love that the thing is, the ships are so cumbersome in the air without the wings and stuff, but you can just kind of just drag them around. I think I actually hit the ground. Oh, yeah, still need more repair. Yeah, I might have to maybe look up some maps. See. Would be nice if they had one that showed which ones had a lot of knowledge on them, maybe. I think I have quite a bit of lead. Repairing. Wow, this one must have been almost destroyed. Yay! Oh, Yeah, let's go grab that. Ship a graveyard. And I imagine there's probably another knowledge somewhere around. That is kind of neat. Let's see. Probably nothing. Oh, 25 fuel. Why not? Oop! I'm guessing he overloaded the core. Yes. Yep, I'm on Steam. Ah, that's fuel. Come on, there should be another knowledge around here somewhere. Interesting. That almost looks like a house. Somebody maybe... Shift tab will not show up in the overlay doesn't show. Not in Steam Labs or Streamlabs. Oh, you're talking about for the maps? Yeah, I'll have to check that. Yeah. Man, there's like no chests. Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to take a look at that and figure out where I'm at and go from there. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, it's not. This is where I'm back to my ship. Well, son of a... Maybe we can go up on that. I think there was a way. I think there's a cave in it. There's no chests on here unless they put them all up inside, which is possible. Dead mantis. Oh, actually, maybe it's not. It's just the tunnel there. Missing floor panels. Can't say I missed it. Notice any missing floor panels. Am I missing some? Could possibly be. I mean, I did just bash it into the ground. would be a knowledge thing up here. No, just looks like a giant. Well, that's kind of a pain. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've had a couple of weird bugs. Oh, I guess we only get to 2 over here. I don't see any cave. Oh, there could be one underneath, I guess. Not too really worried about it. We're in the starter area, so I'm just surprised there wasn't a single chest showing up on here. Yeah, I haven't really worried about it. I'm gonna... Oops, I keep forgetting I have no engines. Come on, come on. It's so much easier when you have engines. I took ownership of it earlier. What are we at on our... Oh, we're only at 315 of 1,000, so we got quite a bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a set of wings really quick. And then call it good for tonight. Not enough. Oh. Because, like I said, it's not really night now. It's more like early morning. And there we go. Wood. We were using birch. Oh, that's gonna suck. There's not actually okay, what if we do chestnut? We only need 30. Oh, look at that. Oh, we could dye it. has to be a paint can. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, these are hideous. It's better than not having any wings, though. Lovely. What did we do? We did... What did we do? We did aileron there. Chestnut. Oh, really? Oh, son of a... Whatever. They're not even gonna match. It's a pain in my... Not enough space. I hate when it does that. I can craft it. This is our Mark 1 junker anyway. Oh wow, that's a pain in my butt. Isn't it? It is beautiful. It is a work of art. Really? That wing is that far? I don't know if I want the wings that far forward. Actually, I don't mind tilting them down a little bit back here. What? Oh, thank you. Huh? No, that's not right either. Holy cow. Just do that. Close enough, I think. I don't think there's anything else. I'm not going to go ahead and put the... I'm not going to put the engines on because... Oh, I don't think we have... No, we're going to be slightly short. Oh no, we got 190. We have more than I thought. Ah, yes. Not the wings. Yeah, power generator. Da, 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 da. I need 100. I don't want to make it out of lead. Oh, the square frame is actually 10, 15, 15, 30, 11, 18, 18, 14, 12, 10. Yeah, that's definitely better. So 99... Oh, that's from the founder pack. And it's basically junk for the most part. I mean, the first one I got was better. What, this one? That's the one it gave me when I unlocked the engine. That's from the founder pack. So you get it is because you get cosmetic items and then you get an engine. And I think it's always the exact same one. I'm not 100% positive. But, I mean, even the first one that it gave me is pretty much better than that one. Yeah. So, 60. Are we gonna have enough? We're not gonna have enough wood to make those. Oh, actually, I do have the hemlock down below. I'm still not gonna have enough. Unless I make them with different casings. I guess I don't really care. The starter ship is pretty much going to be replaced right away anyway. With something better. Just because we're going to unlock better stuff. Do we have enough? No. I would like to be able to do... Actually, we could do just varying... Oh, actually, combustions would be better to have. Yeah. Oh, I do have the aluminum. Too bad I can't do the casing out of metal. Though it is 1. It's probably not even worth keeping that. Hemlock. Why not? It's a... Actually... Well... Yeah, sure, why not? No, that won't actually even... Actually, why don't we do propellers out of it? Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, that's not even gonna give me... Yeah, I can't. I have to do casing out of one of them. It's gonna be... Usually I match all the items, but... I should have probably made the... you're gonna actually... Ooh! Oh, thankfully it didn't roll out. Oh, it's beautiful. What is it, 6? Yeah, that's not bad. Not that I can really be picky since I'm using whatever I have left to make it. Yeah, it's not even... Why is it not showing me crafting? There, at least it won't roll off. I love how they don't really attach to anything. Alright, fuel tank. Or I should say, power generator. Oh, do we even have enough of anything? You know what? Let me get some tier 1 aluminum. Yeah. Actually, we'll just make the whole thing out of tier 1 aluminum. There we go. Nice and light. Okay. Question is do... Oh, that'll probably work. Oops. Which way is it the fillet? Is it on that side? Refueled, 100 to fuel. Very nice. Oh, we're moving now. And then I'm just gonna wait for the mantis to come after me. Oh, so much better. Oh yeah, I see the mantis. Kind of glitching out. Yeah. Mantas. Wow, yeah, they're really like spazzy. I swear, the front of the ship is still pulling up. Oh, that's a lot better on the wings, though. Oh, does it? I'm, it's because I've been playing Hellion. I'm holding shift to stabilize. Yeah, I think I gotta pull the, I don't know, maybe it's the sail. I think that's throwing it off. Anyway, before I go anywhere else, make sure I'm not getting mangled by... Yeah, I was gonna say I shouldn't actually have anything that needs to be repaired. Try to put the engines on with the one with the core. You mean on the same section? They kind of are. It's been pulling up. I think it's the sails throwing it. Because it's the only thing I could think of that would pull it back like that. I could move them forward a little bit. But anyway, I have got to call it a night in the stream here. It's a couple minutes before 5 a.m. But yes. So we will... That doesn't even look like me. It doesn't show the close. But yeah, we will end the stream here. And call that good for today. What are we at anyway? Oh, we're at 3 hours. Yeah. Then we'll pick up. At least we got a ship with engines that'll do us for now to go gather more knowledge. Oh, Dave, I thought you already went to bed. You're just lurking. Yeah. And I'll probably do some more sometime this afternoon after I wake up. And maybe we'll do a couple more Worlds Adrift. Go gather some knowledge and try to get a couple decent resources. A couple decent engines and whatnot. Wow, pretty much decent everything. And upgrade the ship a bit. But, alright, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day. And I will see you the next time.